welcome back. It's time to read a story. And today we are reading Chicks and Salsa. Do you think that's a silly title? Chicks and Salsa. Do you think it should be Chips and Salsa? That would actually be a yummy snack to eat while you read this book, huh? Alright, so this story is written by Aaron Reynolds and illustrated by Paulette Bogan. So the illustrator does what? The illustrator draws the pictures, and the author writes the words. Nice job, my friends. And the title is Chicks and Salsa. So let's see what this book could be about. There were grumblings in the hen house of Nuthatcher Farm. The chickens were tired of chicken feed, and the rooster took it upon himself to solve this problem. Mrs. Nuthatcher, the farmer's wife, had started watching cooking shows in the afternoons. The rooster was perched on a fence post outside the farmhouse window when he discovered the solution to his problem. Salsa! Led by the rooster, the chickens crept into the garden, where they took tomatoes and uprooted onions. Do you think that that's a place where they belong? What do you think they're going to use those tomatoes and onions for? Oops. That night, the chickens ate chips and salsa. Though nobody was quite certain where the chickens got the chips from. The tasty tang of tomatoes and onions hung over the barnyard, and the rooster said, "Ole!" Very soon, there were mumblings at the duck pond of Nuthatcher Farm, and inspired by the chickens, the ducks decided they were tired of fish. And with the rooster's encouragement, the ducks dipped into the garden, where they selected cilantro and gathered garlic. Ooh, what do you think the ducks will make with those ingredients? That night, the ducks ate guacamole, though nobody was quite certain where the ducks got the avocados from. The spicy scent of garlic and cilantro hung over the barnyard, and the ducks said, "Ole." Do you like guacamole? I know I do. The next morning, there were rumblings in the pig pen of Nuthatcher Farm, and overwhelmed by the enticing aromas, the pigs decided they were tired of eating slop. I wonder what the pigs will do. And while the rooster distracted Farmer Nuthatcher, the pigs plodded into the garden, where they borrowed beans and chopped chilies. What do you think the pigs might make with beans and chilies? That night, the pigs ate nachos, though nobody was quite certain where the pigs got the nacho cheese sauce. And the delightful deliciousness of cheese and chilies hung over the barnyard, and the pigs said, "Ole." And as everyone knows, when a passion for southwestern cuisine takes hold of a farm animal, and so many sumptuous, spicy, savory scents collide in the barnyard, it can only lead to one thing. What do you think will happen? Everybody has their own dish that they made. Fiesta! The rooster got things organized and then returned to his fence post to watch for a good enchilada recipe. The horses decorated the barn. The bull practiced his Mexican hat dance, though nobody was quite certain where the bull got the sombrero from. This farm is so silly. There's a fiesta on the farm. And the chickens, ducks, and pigs snuck into the garden. But all of their spicy southwestern supplies were gone. The scallions had been stolen, and the peppers had been pilfered. The limes had been lifted. Oh no! All the ingredients they needed to make their enchiladas. They don't have them. What do you think they'll do? But there were slurpings in the kitchen of Nuthatcher Farm. Stirred by the succulent smells in the barnyard, Mrs. Nuthatcher had decided to make tamales for the county fair. And a saucy sweetness hung over the farmhouse kitchen, and Mrs. Nuthatcher said, "Ole." So Mrs. Nuthatcher, the farmer's wife, was smelling all those delicious aromas from the farm, and she decided to make tamales for the county fair using all of those ingredients. Is this book making you hungry? It's making me hungry. Disappointed, the animals canceled the fiesta. How do you think that they feel by looking at their faces? How do you think they're feeling? Sad, angry, disappointed. Those are all really great answers. That evening, the chickens ate their chicken feed, the ducks ate their fish, and the pigs ate their slop. How would you feel if you were expecting a party and you found out that it got canceled? I would probably feel that way too. But while the Nuthatchers were at the fair, the rooster crept into the kitchen, and he borrowed a French cookbook. And the next morning, the rooster ate crepes with white grapes and champagne sauce, though nobody was certain where the rooster learned how to read. That silly rooster. Crepes. Has anyone ever eaten a crepe before? They're delicious. They're like very, very thin pancakes. They're yummy. And a satisfied smile stretched over the rooster's beak, and the rooster said, "Ooh la la." The end. So this, at the back cover, has a recipe for guacamole and salsa, and the front cover has a recipe for hog wild nachos. So I will send those recipes to you and your families, and if you decide to make them, please share pictures of how it came out. Thank you for reading this with me today. I want you to think about what your favorite snack to make is. I know we've talked about this a couple times, but now that we've read this story, what's a favorite snack that you like to make that you could maybe put together by using a couple different ingredients instead of buying it from the store? Think about that. All right, my friends, I will see you tomorrow at morning meeting, and I hope you have a fabulous day, and I miss all of you so, so much. Happy Tuesday!